Hey guys, it's Fliz here, just a quick guide for the second part of the Genetic Archives 20-man raid Attunement in Wildstar. At this part you need to kill a minibus called Guardian Pyralos. He's located at the top of a keep called Kel Ugar in Wildstar. So this guy's level 50 and he's got 3 abilities. They are all RNG unfortunately, so have fun with that. The first one is an orb that he will put on the floor. He'll keep doing more and more over the duration of this fight. They'll basically knock you back if you run into them. They'll do about 7,500 damage due depending on your gear, and he also does a knockback which will throw you off the edge if you're unlucky, as it's done to me quite a fair few times. Once you've managed to get back to him, he'll obviously have reset, and it takes about 5 minutes for him to come back. So yeah, don't die because you'll be sat there waiting, as I've done plenty of times. So second ability is a cone that he throws out in a random direction. They normally cover one of the extinguishers. There's not much to say about it. It does damage, just jump out of it. It's the easiest ability to avoid. His third and final ability is a big circle that he puts in the ground. It doesn't despawn until it makes an entire loop of its area. It can sometimes go on a bit further than this, you can see in the video. It does about 800 damage every half a second, so get out of it. So after 30 minutes, I finally got a kill on this guy. The fight is actually easier as a healer or a tank, believe it or not. This is not a DPS race, as I will explain in a minute. If you've got an ability like Pounce from a Stalker or a Blink from another class, then I'd use it. If you get knocked off by one of those orbs, as you see just there, you can use it, jump back on, jobs are good, but unfortunately it doesn't always work. So good luck with that one. To kill this guy, you need to actually use the 6 fire extinguishers, as you see me using right here. Any damage interrupts it, as you can see. You need 10 seconds worth of casting to get these things to be fully used. Once it's actually done, he will be knocked to the floor and he will take 1/6 of his life, which is what I said a minute ago. It's no DPS race. Once he's taken that damage, he can't take any more. Jump out of the pit. As soon as you see him taking no more damage, jump out straight away, because he actually does damage, which that there is the damage. It's continuous. If you fall in, you will still take the damage. It's about the same as what the circles do to you. So if you're in a circle and in the pit, then you're probably going to die, unfortunately, so try and stay out of the pit. The further on this fight actually goes, the more of those abilities he actually uses. So for every single one of these fire extinguishers, he'll drop more orbs, he'll use more circles, and it becomes harder and harder the more you use. So the beginning of the fight, if you take damage and you get knocked around a little bit, don't worry, it's not the end of the world. If it happens at the end of the, towards the end, you'll know about it. I'm pretty sure later on I actually get hit quite hard and I mash the soldier health regen thing, which is another point. You're actually out of combat during this, so your health will regen, your shields will regen, and you can use out of combat abilities. Obviously med packs can still be used at any one point. So just stay calm, don't rush it at all. There is no need to rush this boss, not a DPS race in any way. When he spawns the big circles, try and get onto the side that it's going to move away from, because it will despawn. So get to about halfway around the room after following it and then start using the fire extinguisher. You'll probably cap it without a problem at that point, and you can move on to the next fire extinguisher. So tips for this boss. If you see a clump of orbs around, you can jump into them if you think you can take the damage, as when you're running around like I am now and you can't see a path, it's going to mess you up. I'm not sure if you can actually jump over them. I didn't actually try. So yeah, try and knock yourself into them on the inside so you don't get knocked off to the edge. Other than that, don't touch them if you don't need to. You can bring friends to this, obviously. Obviously bring a healer if you've got a healer friend, if you're not one yourself, because you can just probably sit in this and heal through all of the damage without an issue. Don't walk too far off the platform either. If you walk too far, like especially where the entrance is, it despawns, as I found out. It's kind of annoying when you've got nearly to the end and hey, he disappears. And the last one is try not to cap them close to each other, so like separate out where you're running to the beginning, because at the end when you come to try and get to one and they're spaced out for you, it's a lot easier than having to run to the same point in the room every single time. So other than that, there's not really much that I can say to help you out. The biggest one being bring a friend. He doesn't actually do more damage, or he uses more abilities with more people in his area. There is a guy stood at the beginning, he is in range to aggro the boss, and no more things spawn than they would normally with just one person. So bring a friend, by all means. It'll actually make it so much easier for yourself, especially if they're a healer. Yeah, once you've killed him, there is a green orb that spawns. Don't forget to take it, because you're going to have to come all the way back and do it all again. As delightful as this boss is, no one wants to do repeatedly. I've seen it happen, and it's quite funny for you, not for the person. So remember to take it. There it is, just spawned. Jump into it, quest completes. I hope you found the video helpful. If you did, hit like and subscribe for more Wildstar content. I'll leave you with a clip that resulted in the longest 5 minutes of my life. As always, thanks for watching.